Let people mute.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Malok Barbara, student number 200 140 476. Thank you.
Francis. Okay. Then you get Nathan 2000140.
Hello.
0.
Kagwe Halima, student number 214-0435-6.
I'm Kwaga Lydia, student number 200-14-007-11.
Nakanjako Sumaye, student number 200-140-4265.
Our colleague Namaganda Zavdia is having internet problems.
Jean, can you please introduce yourself? It's your turn.
Our colleague Zavdia.
Then we have our colleague called Mr. Ochan Rogers. The registration number is 200-140-3021. He has network problem. Then myself, my name is Washington Walter Okelo. My registration is 200-14-715.
Good evening, members. Omongot James, my name's student number 200-140-3382.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Group 5. We are coming to present the course for marking. Our and everybody's mute. Nathan, to coursework question. Please.
And now you guys talking what? I'm not hearing anything.
I think let me chip in. He has a problem with the network.
Okay.
I'm James Omongot once again. I was saying that our mission is basically for Mukwano group of companies. As the organization that we have chosen, it has headquarters in Kampala, recognized both internationally and nationally within here. The mission is to provide the most professional, informative, loyal, and dedicated services in the industries, the best in the best interest of our clients. We went ahead and define a change model tool that helps to identify potential areas of resistance and implement strategies designed to reduce or eliminate resistance before change starts. And we're saying that anytime that you change the way people are doing things, always happen, which is you could go to the next if you are ready there. Because we are saying that it involves many parts in a Mukwano group of companies and then the philosophy that we normally use. Of the changes that we are going to look at, we're talking about adding new locations for new products, moving from a manual process to an automated one, changing a cloud app that you use, that's about all technology, adding a new product or service, and then new edition. And the recent studies efforts. So most of these cases that they plan move from the manual way to transformation during maybe a merger has to go through from 1 year to another. And it's very important to effectively plan for these changes because they are mandatory for our organization. Mukano group of companies. Quotas change management model. We have Lewin's change management model of the force. We have ADCA change management model. We have Kubler-Ross. We have Quotas 8-step change model, McKinsey's 7-step change model, and then managing in all 4 directions. All these actually change models that talk about how an organization can institute a change. But for Mukwano group of companies and as group of 5, we chose application and in relation to the procurement and supply chain strategies as they will be discussed below. Market development as a procurement strategy. Sumaya, you can come in and then take over from there.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Sumaya Nakandako. One of the strategies is a strategy. It is all about, it is a great strategy that identifies new market segments. It's all about tagging those non-buying customers in currently targeted segments. Which people are we looking at? So for this case, Mukwane went ahead and then went overseas markets through Comesa. There are markets in Rwanda where Mukwane is supplying cooking oil in packaged jerry cans instead of sachets. Then markets of South Sudan, like we start with a feasibility study. And with this study, it means the potential, before you undertake the project, what are those factors that you're looking at? The economic factors, your growth bring these products closer. In other words, we are trying to identify new users for those particular products. And the company has gone ahead. By this, we use the quotas model, creating urgency. What are we looking at? Which products are we beginning with for us to be able to explore all these markets? The organization looks at those threats arising from competition, technology, and now since the pandemic came in, Mukwano started producing hand sanitizers. So we try to look at all this. Next slide, Nathan. After creating agency, we go ahead and form a powerful coalition with stakeholders. What are we doing here? We involve all the new management, top management, bottom, to see that our products, online markets like Jumia, Gigi, Shiku, and so many others, we go ahead, we create a vision for change. You identify what is your vision? You use your mission statement, the values. For Mukwano to continue operating, we preferred using our market depth to all the existing products. Then after creating a vision, you go ahead and communicate it earlier. And now you communicate to everyone through a device, internal memos. There's ways of communicating and all those things. James, you can.
Okay, let me chip in for my other colleagues. So empowering action, so that identifying leaders who can enforce the change. What success has been achieved through the change process. So Mukwano has been able to streamline its change right from the bottom to the bottom in order to fulfill its vision of the organization. Although it has met some resistance, but has been instrumental in looking forward to meeting customer needs. Creating short-term wins. These are the opportunities that are identified that require no positions. Clearly selecting the right project and awarding team members is vital. So members are identified within the short process of the change. Then, so Mukwano has been able to identify a few members in the production of the new product, that is sanitizer, blue soap, white soap, which has in various quantities and circuits to meet the new market segments with the incentives for existing products. Building on the change, so organizing what went wrong and right, and being one additional information stakeholders, that those are research agents, design, marketing, production team, and not forgetting the top management in fulfilling the desired goal of market development. Making it a stick for changing the corporate culture. Everything has been embedded in the company culture, changes, and the top management has been vital in share information with staff members to steer the progress on new products that access of the new market. So diversification as a procurement strategy, another member can come in. Okay, under diversification, we are looking at the strategy for growth, which enables companies to look at other markets that they can win for their new products that are being launched, so as to increase their reach and revenue stream flows. Diversification strategies that includes vertical diversification, horizontal, concentric, conglomerate, creating an agency. This aspect looks at identifying and highlighting the potential threats which might crop in the future, examining opportunities which might be tapped through intervention. So management has been able to diversify its new markets. That in this pandemic, in case in point, the company has brought in new products. That is the new initiatives of producing sanitizer, the soaps. So it has been able, that has been identified as a need, so that it can, instead of using these similar products it has been using, it has been able to diversify to other products. Forming a powerful coalition. So this aspect looks at change leaders in organizations change. This has been achieved through effecting change leaders and stakeholders through commitment, involvement into the entire process. Powerful coalition has been coordinated through bringing together different departments, that is the marketing, logistics, procurement, to work towards, and among others, to work towards the vision of Mukwano group of companies. And another aspect is, despite this pandemic, this powerful team of departments has comprises of key leaders, influential employees, and stakeholders who have effected this change. Members, step in from there.
Thank you so much, Michael. I can take over from there. My name is Washington Walter. We as a group of companies, we have come up with quotas, and this change is in line with our vision, mission as a corporate growth. Under diversification, there is developing a vision for the change. More companies that are clear and the vision that they have developed. They have understated research and have found out that the case in other regions like in South Sudan, Congo, and then Rwanda. So they have been communicating vision to the community.
I think there's a problem network with other individuals, but let me continue. James, removing obstacles, that is one of the key steps under quotas model, and we're looking at the diversification, how it has affected. And we're saying that ensuring that organizational processes or structure is in place and aligned with the overview of what the organization needs. And the obstacles that we always have to check for barriers or people who are resisting change. Of course, sometimes when the change comes in, there are those ones who fear for their jobs, and there are so many things that they have done. So much of the activities that have been done is that we transfer this people to produce so many actually different categories of products where they belong, and we are looking at if somebody has been producing the plastics and the changes come in, like now this time of hand sanitizers, those ones who had the skill were transferred to handle some of the activities to produce the hand sanitizer, which was needed actually currently in the market. And then of course others have been segmented or transferred to also produce within the range of soap. Of course, there are different categories: white bar soap, blue star, and so forth. So very many people have been aligned to go to areas where they can be accommodated, that is about to transfer. And then others have been retrained to gain the competitive advantage. And then those who have really not been having the competent skill, some have been told actually or restructured or laid to go on leave. And creating short-term wins, we are all looking at how Mukwano group of company has been able to give victory, especially those of us who have succeeded in producing now. We're talking about hand sanitizers, and giving them actually incentives for the good work that has been done. And increase within the available range of the customers. And that will actually, through diversification, has helped the company to continue growing. Then consolidating gains, that's a bill on the chain. Of course, the company has been positioned to mostly indulge itself so much in the production of products that have been really of high value to the market. And this actually has been enhanced through continuous improvement in the training and the operations department. And we were also looking at bringing new products to the market. And we are looking at the new products like hand sanitizers and the segmented products that have been brought to the market at varying levels of quantities to meet the different levels of customers that need it at a particular period of time.
Yes,
Anchoring the change in. All right, please come in.
Anchoring the change in agriculture. Mukwano group companies discusses its stories